Good evening and welcome back to the world of Drakkenheim. This is the Dungeon Dudes weekly D&D 5e campaign, and my name is Monty Martin, running our game as Dungeon Master.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, playing Wilhelm von Kessel, the human swashbuckler rogue, and we're joined today by our good friends.
Jill Benitis playing Rudy Whitaker, the Shifter Eldritch Knight.
And Joel Gorman playing Rath, the Aasimar Warlock.
Thank you for joining us once again. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, welcome. We are the Dungeon Dudes, and Kelly and I put up new videos on YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays where we cover everything D&D, including advice for players and guides for GMs. So check that out at youtube.com/dungeondudes.
You can also join us on Tuesday nights when we broadcast the campaign on Twitch. You can check us out from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. You can also check out the video episodes of the show on YouTube or check us out as an audio-only podcast as well.
And with that, let us return to Drakkenheim.
Drakkenheim is no more. The devastation which fell upon that accursed place left a kingdom in ruin. Now, horrors lurking in the haze grow ever more great and terrible, while simmering tensions between rival factions boil over into outright war. The power of monarchs, mages, and priests hangs in the balance. 6 unlikely heroes join forces to confront the coming chaos. They shall decide, once and for all, the fate of Drakkenheim.
When last we left our heroes, they were still in the depths of the dwarven outpost quarry at Kolth, dealing with a strange, otherworldly monster from worlds beyond. Having fought very hard after splitting the party, against a variety of horrific mutant goats, blood monsters, and worse, they have finally located Dr. Catton and Brimley and brought all the surviving dwarves together so that all could be tested using Dr. Catton's method. The method has proven that both Wilhelm, Rudy, and Rath were not infected. Neither were Urt, nor was Dr. Catton themselves. However, upon beginning the test for Brimley, one of the other dwarves who was wounded grievously in one of the previous battles, Null, began to convulse as her neck sort of bent awkwardly to the side, and she begins grasping at her body as bits of her skin begin sloughing off, ripping at herself, and you can see the expression on her face as if whoever was there before is gone. And suddenly, her body begins to expand in mass, reaching a massive size, ripping apart the skin that sloughs onto the ground, the skin collecting on the ground and forming almost into skin worms that shuffle and creep along the ground. As Null shudders and transforms, the burst of skin sends a shower of blood out across the room, spraying everyone, and you can all roll for initiative.
So we're exhausted.
Yes, that means that you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Does that include initiative?
Correct, it does.
I should roll that again. Or I guess I'll just use... No. I need to roll again. Because I rolled with advantage. Okay.
Hey, doesn't your thing also do the same thing? Your
all right.
Weapon of warning.
Your lowest ability check, though.
Only if I have
you're not
proficiency.
Yeah,
What do we got for initiative?
16.
16 for Rudy?
18 for Wilhelm.
18 for Wilhelm?
13 for Rath.
Okay. As Null's skin sloughs off, you can replace Null with that.
Oh.
Ooh.
All got fit.
This will represent the first of Null's skin.
Oh.
And that is the first to act. And
Brimley's at the door, at the mouth.
Yes.
Because Brimley was we put Brimley there to like
Yeah.
potentially. Here, I'll stand beside Brimley.
okay.
And where does the skin go?
The skin starts beside what was Null. Okay.
Oh, just next to you.
Yeah, so the skin is going to go right for Rudy and attempt to... it forms up into this kind of slithering worm, oozing with fluids and starting to turn this shade of purple-blue. And it gets a 21 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. All right. And then from there, because you block it with shield, it does not grab onto you. Okay? However, Null's mutated form goes next, and Null stumbles forward into the midst of you all. No. And I think Null is in range for everybody.
What's he doing?
Null,
She.
what was Null,
It.
reaches out with reaping arms, and as Null spreads what was the body's arms out, the bones split open into scissor-like limbs and slice and dice all around. So Null's going to attack everybody.
Cool.
I get a 20 against Rath, a 15 against Wilhelm, a 23 against Rudy, and Null also attacks the other dwarves.
Your shield's still up, by the way.
Yeah.
Does 23 hit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dr. Catton is missed, Brimley is hit, and Urt is also missed. So Brimley gets hit by this as well.
I'm gonna cast shield out of my ring that was given to me by Sebastian to negate.
Everyone hit takes 14 slashing damage, and I need dexterity saving throws if you were hit.
12, but can I use Indomitable?
Yeah, to reroll it. Yep.
Yes, okay. Oh, yes.
Okay.
19.
You are not knocked prone. Brimley is grievously wounded by this attack, and as the attack finishes off with Brimley, part of the limb detaches into Brimley's torso.
Is Brimley knocked prone, and she is standing
Brimley is knocked prone.
right in front of the cat mouth. So I don't know if that knocks her just prone or
Just
into
prone.
the cat mouth.
Just
Okay.
prone.
Good.
Knock her into the cat.
Maybe we should
With
knock her
that,
into
Wilhelm, it is your turn.
the cat. Wilhelm is going to stab at the creature in front of him.
Smart.
So he's going to just stab at the creature formerly known as Null. Getting a 20 to hit.
It does hit.
And I will sneak attack because it's based with allies. 39 damage.
Alrighty.
Nice.
It doesn't even flinch. As you stab into the skinless form, the skinless and bloated form that was Null, the wound puckers and begins breaking away. And the as you pull your rapier back, you can see that the blood itself, it drops off onto the ground and forms into another, this time being a bloodworm, basically.
Okay. Is the bloodworm based with me?
Yes.
Darn. I'm going to, as I see the bloodworm start to form at my feet, I fire my crossbow at it.
Okay.
Getting a 26
That does hit.
for 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to parry away.
Sashay away. Okay.
I sashay away.
Rudy, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to... There's fire beside me.
There is.
Can I shove this blood monster into the fire as an attack?
Yes, you can shove it into the fire.
Okay.
Okay.
And is that an unarmed strike?
No, it's a post strength.
Oh, okay. Athletics? Strength.
Yeah, athletics.
23.
I get a 22, so you do win.
Oh, nice.
So you shove it into the flames, and the skin, it can't produce any sounds yet, so it just shudders and convulses. It seems highly vulnerable to the fire damage. It is not destroyed though yet.
And is that
One attack. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it in the fire with my axe.
Okay.
Oh, crit.
That will definitely destroy it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And the fire consumes what remains of it.
And I'm gonna take one more swing at Noel's big form.
Okay.
12.
You slash, and the massive creature sidesteps the blow.
Okay, I think that's everything for me.
Okay. Wrath.
I'm going to, with my current position, I'm going to attempt to blast this creature back into the fire.
Okay.
So I'm based with it.
Yep.
So I have disadvantage.
Yep.
That's a 1. That wasn't good. Will a 19 hit?
It will.
So first it's gonna do 6 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna push it back into the fire.
Alrighty. It takes additional fire damage and screeches from the flames.
And then one more hit for, okay, there we go, 15 damage.
Alrighty.
But I'm not gonna shoot it back that time. I'm gonna just, as it lands in the fire, I just blast it one more time.
Okay. Top of the round.
Step away from the
Through the
The
fire
door?
and flames. It carries on.
the door.
Brimley begins to convulse
Oh no.
as the sawed-off blade merges form with Brimley's body, transforming Brimley into. And as it merges in, Brimley's like ribs crack open, and you can see that like Brimley was like clutching the wound, and their arms fuse into their body, and instead their ribs crack open and form into these like strange spiked punching limbs as Brimley grows in size, convulsing so, and forming into.
Sorry, Brimley.
Oh.
Oh no!
Yeah. Okay. And with that, it's their turn. The burning creature, the burning form of Null, is going to stumble out of the fire and move around behind Rudy. Yep, to there.
Huh.
And punch Rudy twice.
You leave her alone.
Getting a 13 and a 15 to hit.
Nope.
On the other hand, the form that was Brimley is going to turn to who's there?
I'm there. Wilhelm is beside me, and then to their left is.
I'm gonna punch both of you. I get a crit against Wilhelm and a 23 against Rath.
That's a hit.
All right, Rath, you're gonna take 14 points of slashing damage, And Wilhelm, you're going to take 28 points of slashing damage.
I'm going to use that ability that I have.
The old half damage
Uncanny
ability.
dodge?
Uncanny dodge.
In the midst of this, springs to his feet and pulls Dr. Catton away, and cries out, "Don't get killed! We've got them! I'll protect the doctor!" We now go to Wilhelm.
Is the form that is transforming from Brimley still standing in front of the cat door?
Not perfectly lined up. Like, it is where it is. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. When you shove, do you just shove them 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah, okay. They had to move. Then I'm just going to attack it.
Alrighty.
Yep.
That's going to be a 27.
Nice.
And so, going to sneak attack. So as it lumbers forward and punches me square in the face, I retaliate with a broken nose. Oh, so many ones. 28 damage.
Okay. So Brimley's form takes 28 points of damage, and another bloodworm is formed.
Oh, man.
I'm starting to see a pattern.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm going to shoot the bloodworm at my
Okay.
feet. Getting a 12.
That misses the bloodworm.
And then I'm going to back away to these barrels.
Okay. Rudy.
I am going to firebolt
Yeah.
Noel behind me.
Okay. It is with disadvantage because you're based.
18.
Still gonna do it.
Nice. That's it.
20 fire damage.
Okay.
And then
Nice.
I'm gonna use my war magic to try to take a swipe.
Alrighty, go for it.
14.
Unfortunately, as you finish the firebolt, your swipe goes wide.
All right.
Rath.
Again, this creature. We're gonna. Are they large or huge?
They're large.
Large. I'm gonna try to first shoot it.
Okay.
Okay, with one blast. A crit turns into a 23.
Okay, so it still hits, but it's not a
So
crit.
I'm gonna launch it backwards for 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try, 10 feet. And then I'm gonna try to.
There is a bloodworm next to you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot it again then, because I'm gonna push it back into the fire.
Okay, still disadvantage because of the bloodworm.
Will a 15 hit?
It will not.
Finally, okay, that's better. A 21
Yep.
for 11 damage, and I'm gonna launch it back into the fire again. Over
Alrighty.
top of the dwarves.
I feel like the dwarves are gonna just move.
Yeah, they move.
There is a bloodworm around the door.
So what I've noticed is that my magic doesn't seem to draw out these worms. The force damage doesn't. It's the cutting. Stop cutting it.
What you're saying is don't make him bleed.
Or I don't know if the fire also has something to, like if we fire then stab, if it's like a cauterization. I don't know, I'm just sharing my learns.
Dr. Catton and are going to disengage to the other side to get to as safe as possible place they can get to.
The end of the room.
Yeah. And the bloodworms. How many bloodworms do I have?
there are two.
2.
I feel like there's no. I don't know where it's safe. There's a bloodworm here, a bloodworm over there. There's two.
The bloodworm's kind of focused on me.
They'll
Yeah.
try to make for the door, basically. Yeah.
I'll say that they get to the door.
So
Makes sense.
Bloodworm, 2 big monsters.
both the bloodworms are gonna go for Rath.
No! Okay.
Watch your
Okay,
blood.
Oh, my blood!
Rath, I need 2 dexterity saving throws.
Come on, Rath.
Okay, dexterity saving throw number 1 is a 13.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw number 2 is a 4.
Okay, you manage to dodge out of the way of one of the bloodworms as they kind of coil up like a spring and spring towards you, and it just gloms onto your face and wraps around your neck, and it's strangulating you. You're grappled and restrained and unable to breathe.
That's not great.
Unless you can breathe water.
I can't.
Oh yeah, you gave up that invocation. Okay,
But I can hold my breath.
okay.
It's one of my
So it's latched onto you.
features as a person.
And then and then
It's a
the
choice.
Hulks. The Hulks step out of the fire if they're in it. Who is closest?
Oh,
Oh,
me.
Who do you say between both of them?
yeah, Rudy, you're just gonna get. Sorry, Rudy. 2 attacks.
on.
Try.
Slow it, slow it, slow it.
I get a 22 and a 13 from the first one,
I'm gonna shield.
and I get a 27 and a 20 and a 17 from the other.
So with my shield, one of them hits.
So basically, the 2 of them are pummeling, and finally the shield shatters, and one of the bladed, the bladed punching arms impales you, and you take 18 points of piercing damage. And we go to Wilhelm.
Are you still a wolf?
No,
That's just a Rudy sound.
that's just a Rudy.
I run up to the first bloodworm, the one that isn't attached to Rath,
Okay.
and I'm going to stab it.
Okay.
Getting a 26,
It's a hit.
and yeah, I'm gonna use. We're gonna sneak attack. Let's just kill this thing. Good. 35 damage.
That destroys it with a pop.
So I stab the one that missed Rath, and then I'm going to fire my crossbow with pinpoint accuracy across Rath's throat
Okay.
at the one that's strangling him.
Pinpoint.
I try to shoot it off of you,
Okay.
getting a 21.
It's a hit, and the bloodworm uses its reaction to make the hit Rath.
I just shot you in the throat. What? It can do that?
I'm just really happy you saved your you used your sneak attack on the first one.
I was considering. There was a moment where I was like, maybe I should use the sneak attack on the one strangling Rath. Rath, you're. Oh, I rolled a 1, so that's gonna be 6 damage. Oh God!
You missed the artery.
Oh
There's just this bolt sticking out of my neck, and there's this thing hugging my face.
no! It's okay, Rath. I got you. I'm gonna. It's okay.
I say in your mind, stop helping. Use your hand.
Rudy,
I
it's
don't
your
know
turn.
how.
Okay, I'm going to take some opportunity attacks and step away from these giants.
Okay. They both get an opportunity attack against you. I get a... Ooh, they're both going to be pretty high. 23 and 21 to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
You still have shield up,
Do I?
do you?
No, it ends on my turn.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's my reaction.
Yeah.
you used it on your turn.
No,
No.
I used it on my reaction when they were
Right.
hitting me.
Never mind.
That's okay.
Ignore me. I was trying to save you. Mentally.
Yeah.
Which is
They
you were
both hit,
saving me.
and so that's going to be 2 hits, each for 14 slashing damage.
Can't save anybody today.
And I'm going to... I have 2 of these fireball pearls left, so I'm going to use one on them.
Yeah.
Boom!
You throw the fireball into the fire.
Yep, basically. Dexterity saving throws from both. Mm-hmm. They both fail.
Nice.
Need
You need 3.
Burn.
36
Okay.
damage.
Well,
Thank you.
No, thank you.
For the fireball.
Yeah.
they are burning, flaming on fire, but they're still mobile. With that, we go to Rath. Rath, you are currently being strangled by this thing. And so, as such, you're going to take 25 necrotic damage.
Ow. It gets halved.
'Kay.
'cause I'm amazing.
You are unable to breathe currently. So, what is your constitution?
+3.
Okay, so you do not have long before you'll begin to suffocate.
I mean, this is important. So this is probably an interesting thing, but I can't cast vocal spells
No.
if I'm being suffocated currently. But I can scream in both of your minds. So that's all you hear. Help! I'm going to... I mean, this creature... I'm going to use my action to turn on my radiant consumption. So I burst forth, radiate bright light in a 10-foot radius, dim for 20, and for the next minute, I am just burning with radiant damage. I'm going to walk this way with it attached to my face.
You can't because you are grappled.
Oh, I'm grappled? Okay,
And
so
restrained, yeah.
I'm just going to stand there then and shed this radiant light, and it's going to take 7 radiant damage.
Okay.
Also, Wilhelm, you take 7 radiant damage.
And you do too.
I also take 7 radiant damage.
Nice move. We'll see how it works out for you.
See you. And that's... Woo.
Ow!
One of the
down.
no more worms have spawned. I have one, just the worm that's eating you. So it's going to continue to eat you. So Rath, it's going to get a 13 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, so it's basically trying to cave your skull in while it's punching
that's
you.
Really
Yeah,
important.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good that I didn't do that.
Otherwise, it continues to latch onto you.
And I'm burning it with radiant damage as I'm...
The burning beasts are going to pursue Rudy.
They're mad.
Yeah.
I did singe them a little bit.
And
That's
another
correct.
4 attacks on Rudy. So that's going to be a 22. The other one's going to miss for sure.
Can I use my shield?
Do you have any more left?
One more.
Really? I feel like I've gotten through... How many attacks does it take to burn through them all?
I have 4 spell slots. Yep.
Okay. So they all miss. They are deflected by your shield.
Nice.
Now I have no more.
Now, as they keep pummeling you.
Alrighty. Wilhelm, it's your turn.
I'm going to run over and try to rip this bloodworm off of Rath's neck.
Alright, give me an acrobatics or athletics check.
I am going to use my bonus action to use elegant maneuver, but I'm also exhausted.
Okay.
So that turns my disadvantage into
Okay.
regular. What was it, acrobatics or athletics? That's going to be 28.
You wriggle it free. Now give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
That's going to be a 28.
You pull it off, and it immediately tries to launch onto you, and you dodge out of the way. So it's ripped off of Rath,
Thank you.
but not on you.
And then I run to the other side of the room to get away from it.
Okay. Do you? That was an attack against it, so you do provoke.
Right.
Gets a 17 to hit.
No.
Okay.
I dodge.
All right.
Cat
It
like
tries
a
one
fox.
last time to leech out onto you, and it does not.
Bye, Rath.
All right.
Thank you.
Stop
Rudy,
hurting
we're
me.
over to you.
Yeah, I could do another fireball.
Yeah.
Could I do a fireball that includes I guess the worm's on you.
I mean, you're gonna hit me
No, you go more in the corner.
unless if
just
you
How
don't
about I
want
hit
to.
the dwarves? I don't want to.
Oh yeah, the dwarves are there.
Okay.
You're either gonna hit me or hit the dwarves.
No. No.
Sorry, dwarves.
I'll take a firebolt at the one to my right.
Okay, that was null. It's the
Yes.
more wounded one.
Yes. So disadvantage. Oh no. 11.
It goes wide.
And bonus action to hit it with my axe.
Okay,
24 to hit.
it's a hit.
Nice.
22 damage.
Splitting the beast in twain.
Uh-oh.
It has not taken fire damage.
Nope.
So you split it in half, and as it does so, the two halves split and immediately begin regenerating into new forms. The ribs and the spine elongate out, and as the halves fall down, they bend backwards and form into squirming, scuttling limbs of creatures that basically aren't legopedes, but they're like halfapedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, formed out of rib cages, a leg, an arm, and half of the body, and Null's head just and actually Null's head limply falls off in the process. And begins sprouting its own sort of the Null's head falls off, and the blood vessels all spread out from it begin forming into like their own grabbing pseudopods as the head sort of pulls itself along the ground.
Cool. All right. Yep.
Cool.
Well, Rudy, you got a menagerie after you.
See that right? You hit the fireball.
I don't have any fire. It's like, oh man.
Okay, yeah, cool. Whose turn is it?
It's Rath's.
Rath, save us all. Please.
Um,
Please save us.
I'm going to free to speak. I'm going to use my last spell slot to cast telekinesis,
Okay.
and I will attempt to wrestle one of these limb creatures.
Okay.
I get a 29.
Wow, I got a 23. Okay.
I grab it and I feed it into the cattle.
All right.
And I go,
Yes.
that's one.
Okay. Seeing this, the other immediately bolts towards Rath to attack you.
And the worm takes another 7 radiant damage.
Okay, the worm is actually destroyed by that.
Yes.
So it's gonna bolt towards you
Ah!
and attack you with its grip. It gets a 22 and a 13 to hit.
I want to attempt to. The 22 is still gonna hit. Yeah, the 22 hits.
All right. Reaches up behind you, and it's, remember, this is composed of half of Null's body that was split in half. It's like the limb, the torso, and the arm, and the foot is now turning into like this bladed bludgeon, like almost like a morning star, and the bones of the hand are turning into almost like another morning star. They just kind of come and like smash the sides of your face. One does hit you, and that's gonna be 14 bludgeoning damage.
And then I'm looking
And I
for.
need a concentration check. Yeah.
DC 10. I get a 12.
Okay, still in effect. Null's head is going to slowly slither up the wall, making its way for the door along the ceiling.
Do we have a... Oh, that first.
And Brimley is going to push the attack on Rudy, getting 2 20s to hit.
They hit.
So that's going to be 28 damage total, and I need a Constitution saving throw because the 2 blades come down, and as they do, you feel this psychic energy rip through your body.
Just one con?
Yeah.
18.
Okay, you are not stunned.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. With that, we go to Wilhelm.
Can I use my action to pour oil over my sword and stick it in the fire?
Yes.
So I run over, dousing my sword in oil, stick it in the fire so I now have a burning blade.
We'll deal an extra D4 fire damage.
And then...
Can you use that as your cunning action? Could a rogue cunning action dousing a...
No, because a thief rogue could, because the thief rogue can use an object as a cunning action, but a swashbuckler can only dash, disengage, or hide.
Got it.
And I can't also, because my bonus action to attack is only if I attacked
Yes,
on my
correct.
turn. Then that's my turn.
Okay.
But I have a fire sword now.
Rudy, we're over to you.
Ignatius!
Yep.
Okay, I will firebolt the head. I don't want that getting away.
Okay. This is with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yes,
you're
because you're
based.
Based.
Just like the sword.
No, 11.
It's a miss.
And then... I don't want to axe the guy without using...
Don't want to cause another accident.
We're gonna die. we're definitely gonna die. And we weren't even infected this whole time.
We should probably check again after this battle.
We should do the blood test.
That's it for me, though. Yep. I tried.
You did.
We're doing our best. We're wasting turns getting fire on the board. It's tough.
Fire.
Okay. Rath.
I attempt to pick up the wriggly creature beside me with my telekinetic grip. I get a 18.
I get a 12.
I grab it. I will feed.
Just imagining
It's a wood chipper.
It's now a wood chipper. You're just feeding.
I hope you're hungry, Cactor.
Oh man.
Who's next? And I take another. Actually, I'm gonna move around this side.
Get away from me.
No, I'm gonna stay where I am and
Thank
just take radiant damage.
Don't come near me with your glowing
Okay.
radiant heat.
It's bright.
Null's head is going to move and dash along the ceiling.
Out of the door?
Yep.
Oh no.
I yell to the dwarves.
No, it double moves. Yep. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Do I still have a bloodworm?
Bloodworms are all dead currently.
Okay. So I just have Brimley.
I'm actively not creating them.
Yeah.
I get a 27 and an 11 to hit you, Rudy.
27.
That's going to be another 15 slashing damage as Brimley's form tries to rip you apart.
Oh, I'm taking shots.
By the way, I'm bloodied. If anyone
I'm just
wonders.
like, someone burn Brim!
Now, if you need a bloody token, put him down.
Here's a bloody. Just so, because I've been bloodied for a little while.
Wilhelm, what are you?
I'm gonna bonus action dash out of the room, past the dwarves. Can I catch up to it or no?
It's on the ceiling.
Okay, fine.
But how tall is it? It's the dwarf ceiling, right?
I mean, it would be kind of cool if you had slippers of spider climbing, wouldn't it?
What else do you got in the old roster there?
As I'm dashing through the hall, I like run along the wall and onto the ceiling.
Go for it.
And with my flaming sword of truth.
Pluto's proud.
I get a 25 to
It
hit.
hits.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to sneak attack it and do an extra d4 fire damage. $42.
Yep. And with the
Nice.
burning fire, the screeching head burns and convulses on the ground.
I skewer it and throw it to the ground and step on it
Nice.
and drop down from the ceiling.
Okay.
And then I think I use all my movement to get there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Looks good. Rudy.
Yeah. Why not? Let's throw that last pearl out of this necklace.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we can make it so you don't hit the dwarves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes. And dexterity saving throw.
I fail.
And now I have to
by
use-
1.
Oh.
I have to use my spell slots.
Well, these were all this was the bandolier, right? Of explosion.
You use the whole bandolier in this one adventure.
Use it or lose it.
Exactly.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm like, how could you do this? But you've held on to a wand that you've never used for.
Found this
3
one. I looked
years.
in the in the bag of
Rudy
holding.
doesn't keep fire things.
Yeah,
She
they
uses them.
they get used very readily.
28.
Okay.
Nice.
It burns. It's on fire, but it still stands.
Okay.
Rath.
Now it's just taken fire damage.
It has taken fire damage.
I peek around the corner and I begin to blast it with my Eldritch Blast. Does a 15 hit?
It misses.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
And so a 16 and a 24. to
Both hit.
So I'm gonna be doing 26 force damage and an additional 14 radiant damage from my my radiant consumption.
And its body is destroyed in the flames, radiance, and force damage, leaving behind only ash.
And I'm gonna turn off my radiant consumption as I collapse to the one knee. Are you okay, Rudy?
My hair's a bit singed, but I'm glad that you're not being smothered.
Where's Wilhelm?
He climbed on the ceiling somewhere.
I walk back into the room.
You walk back? We were dying when you left.
Don't worry, guys. I took care of it.
Thank you, Wilhelm. Thank you for saving me. I was drowning on land. It was a weird feeling.
I think that's just called choking or suffocating.
Yeah.
Land drowning.
Land drowning.
Now, do we have to check ourselves again, do another test? Because there was stuff happening everywhere.
Yeah, it got in there.
I suppose we should all test again.
You all do, and the tests show that not all of you test negative,
Including
Dr. Catton and Ert. Yep. So that's it then, says Ert. Is it over?
Well, it's not necessarily over. Did we ever figure out where it's coming from?
You said that you dug up a creature.
Yes.
Is the creature dead? Is it burned?
Yes, we burned the original creature.
Do you have any other livestock or animals?
after the goats, no. There would just be the horse.
We left the horse.
Right. The horse and your friend.
Yes.
We should ride out. Ride out?
We don't have any more horses.
We...
I can pull a cart.
Dr. Catton says, with the blizzard, do we have the strength to do it?
I mean, I'm pretty exhausted. Level 1.
I mean, we have to try. If
Brimley and I thought it was our only chance, Dr. Catton says, to make it out, to make it away. But I don't know if we would have survived had we gone out there. If it's out there still, if the horse, the other, it could be frozen solid just like the other was.
I mean, that is something that we can hope for. This is a pretty remote mountain, and with the blizzard and the freezing temperatures, we were out there for 10 minutes and it knocked the wind right out of us. It's not survivable temperatures. This creature doesn't... I mean, you found the original frozen. It wasn't spreading while it was frozen. It wasn't until you thawed it that it spread. There's a chance. Now, there is wildlife in these mountains, but we killed it in a pretty open area. And in this blizzard, I doubt many creatures are hunting. I think that first thing in the morning, we ride out, we burn those bodies where they sit.
Agreed.
Do we remember where it was? I'm afraid it's going to get buried in the snow. We're going to lose it.
I mean, I imagine I remember the way we came. Would I recognize the area that the battle...
You would, with your skills, you could probably retrace your steps. It'll be hard, but possible.
So do we wait till morning?
We can't go out in this blizzard. We won't last the night. It's been a long night as it is. I think we need some bandage and some rest, and a night of rest will do us all good. It will heal all of our wounds for some reason. It's magic.
Agreed. As long as it gets buried and no one coming to look for us comes across it. That's my only worry.
Can you send
No messages.
no messages?
I have no messages.
No, the sending stone. Can you send to...
I gave it to
Oh,
Raina.
yeah, you gave it to your...
And then it goes to my husband, not anyone
Yeah.
else. So we'd have to get in touch with someone from the academy and then
You have Skywrite.
broken telephone.
You could just Skywrite, like, all good.
Skywrite's not going to get you that far.
We would probably
Do it
skywrite,
anyway.
don't touch the horse. That would probably be inappropriate.
I guess the question is, how far out is the horse?
Like, a few hours?
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We gotta stay
Yeah.
the night. We gotta rest. Wait till morning, wait till the blizzard blows over, and then we'll go looking for the bodies.
Alright. I hope we trust that no one will come across it.
I'm hoping that the weather... I mean, nobody's out hunting in this weather.
We have to leave as soon as day breaks. What time is it now?
Who knows?
Or at least wait until the storm goes over, which could be some time, but we must use our opening.
Also, we're not done here.
I'm not done here.
We need to find the heirloom of my cousin. And you need to stick your head in a cat door.
I do not want to go in that cat door.
What
See
if?
what's in there.
What if? Now, I have a rudimentary understanding of magic. What if it brings you somewhere?
You saw the shovel. We did the shovel thing.
It went somewhere. Where did it go?
In that case, how many of these creatures did you send through there?
Someone's gonna be really mad when I get over there. What are you dumping in my...
What if this is just the entrance to the ruins, And that's how you get in, is you dissipate here and reapate there. There's only one way to find out, Rath. We send Bruce in. Or Houdini.
I don't have.
Bruce
You
is...
don't have Houdini?
Not right now.
If I
Where's
go,
Houdini?
He got poofed.
Yeah, he poofed.
I haven't had time to call him back yet.
If I return to the surface, is Bruce still waiting on the... So last we left Bruce, he was hanging out on the archway above. As I poke my head up outside, exiting from the cabin, I'm going to look out along the ruins.
Bruce is sleeping on one of the empty shelves in the cabin.
Oh. Bruce, I have found something. Something intriguing. I wish for you to see it. Do you know what it is?
Bruce looks at you and goes back to sleep.
I brought goat.
Bruce turns his nose up.
And I offer him the cooked goat. Please, I need you to see this.
Bruce replies, "No, I need you to see this."
I'm setting up camp for a long rest.
Yep, okay, yep.
I'm helping you.
Where should we camp?
I think in the barracks that's covered in dead monster.
Bruce
We
says,
flamed it.
"What is here is a lesson for you to learn. If you believe yourself worthy of this knowledge, then you will seek it yourself. If you do not wish to learn, that is of no consequence to me. But if you wish to learn, then it is you who must see."
Are we gonna take a rest?
I think so. I'm taking a rest. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I have to see this door.
No, we send Bruce in. Just because if he poofs, you just can bring him back.
Bruce will not go.
Well, during the rest, after the rest, you can summon Houdini back and send Houdini through.
I mean, I could. Yeah.
It can't be them. It must be me.
I'm
Rath.
sorry. You're going through this door and gonna be disintegrated just like done to these monsters.
I have to trust Bruce.
Okay, when I said that this was, forget what I said. I thought that we were going to send like a creature that we could bring back through. I didn't mean for you to go through. You've already lost your fingers on one hand, Rath. I'm not. What? We send through a creature.
It is okay.
It's not okay.
We must rest. I must rest.
Yes, sleep on it. We'll talk in the morning.
Yeah. I wait till everyone's asleep.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And I'm gonna take a short rest
Okay.
so I can at least get some things back.
I'm a bit stressed.
Yeah, I'm stressed. Okay, I didn't actually mean to talk you into this. I thought.
You didn't talk me into it. Bruce did. Bruce.
If we lose a player character because you walk into a cat portal, I'm.
They did not believe like I did.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Can me and Rudy take a long rest?
Yep. As you take your rest, Bruce
I'm going to sit in front of the portal, and I'm sort of like... My short rest is done mostly with meditation.
Okay.
And I have my book out, and I am consulting the pages as I begin to prepare myself for the journey through the door.
Give me an Arcana check.
Uh, 23.
As you meditate on this, looking into the black void of this gaping maw, this is annihilation. It is not a door. In your meditation, as you study and you contemplate, you looking upon it. The thinking of the shovel and the creatures that you fed into it.
It's truly a wood chipper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is a way.
This is certainly part of a larger complex and a larger construction. But this is not the way in.
I return to the original ruins that they found above. And
The snow is thick, but it hasn't quite because of the way the quarry is and the wind,
that's that one.
not as much snow is collecting in the basin, so it is still possible for you to see the archways of strange green blue stone and the central sort of fountain that has the statues of 4 winged cats, each sitting before a bowl.
Yeah, I forgot about the bowls. I have strings and bells if you need them, but I'm sleeping.
I will begin to dole out the rations. A piece of goat.
There are 4 bowls. What are you going to place? Very specifically, what are you going to place in each bowl?
And the bowls, do we know, are the cats, they're generally the same. They're different cats, but they're in the same pose?
Yes, they're all seated in the same pose. And all of them, as you meditate more on them, they look physically different. They're sculpted differently. There are different features. But as you contemplate upon it, there is the physical similarity is meaningless before the metaphysical unity that is represented by them.
Okay. So at first, I was thinking that I would do something different for each bowl, but I'm going to put the same thing in each bowl. I'm going to tear
What
off
are you going to place?
tear off a piece of the charred goat
Okay.
and put the same portion in each bowl.
Okay. You place the same portion in each bowl. There is a moment, and you hear in your mind purring. And as the purring noise overpowers your inner thoughts, you see the meat that you placed in each bowl slowly disappear as if an invisible cat is eating it. The satisfied purring grows louder, and you feel almost a presence watching you. You know that feeling when you give a cat a treat and it eats it, and then it looks at you and says, "Is that all?"
No. I want to pull out the last remains, or the remains of the Duchess.
Okay, you have parts of the Duchess. Okay.
And I place them in each of the bowls.
Okay.
Yeah, just feed them a contaminated creature.
Tuna. It's like tuna. It's heavy metals. Don't worry about it.
There is another satisfied purr as the bits of meat are lapped up. Then, satisfied purr continues, even louder than before. But this time, there is the sound in your mind of a tongue, of a cat's tongue. It sounds dry.
Oh no.
I have a water skin if you want to come
I head
steal it
back
off
down.
my body.
I head back down to the storage and the rations.
Okay.
Underneath the cabin, and I'm gonna look for some stored goat's milk.
Roll me a d6.
Oh, nice.
I was like, oh no, we killed
4.
the goat.
There is some goat's milk remaining.
I grab it and I frantically return, and I'm starting to get excited.
Okay.
Like there's like a bit of like excitement as I pour the rest of the goat's milk into each of these bowls.
The bowls fill, and then for the next couple minutes, there's a warm purring sound as you hear that. And you see the ripples in the milk as if an invisible cat is lapping up the milk in each bowl.
This is my offering to you. I only seek the knowledge that you hold.
Okay. The purring becomes a playful chirping. You know that playful chirp that a cat makes?
Especially against birds. I love it with birds. I want to call out to Bruce again.
Okay. What do you say?
Bruce, I have given the offering. I'm ready.
You hear, come, learn, and play. And you hear there's a shuddering and a shaking as the top of the fountain rotates, revealing a spiral staircase into the complex below.
We're just sleeping.
We're sleeping.
I begin to head down the stairs.
Oh my god.
I begin to head down into the complex below.
Okay. Rath. You descend down the stairs through the fountain. Each footstep you take past the first wave of snow echoes in your mind like an eternity. The hallway before you is a long, tall cylinder. The steps, a light, almost metallic construction, supported by the ancient and strange stone, which makes your footsteps echo with every step. As you look down, there is no banister on the stairs, and it curves downward into the darkness for some time. On the walls beside you are more murals that can continue the depiction of myriad cats. The common feature, their tails posed like a question mark as you continue down. You see depictions of the cats being worshipped, being offered things, being groomed and doted on, but also other figures listening patiently to the cats. As you continue downward, you notice one mural in particular that shows the endless sleet and snow and what seem to be humans struggling to survive beneath the snow. And they are calling out to something. And in that darkness of the snowstorm around them, a pair of cat eyes look upon them. As you continue down the stairs, you see wisps, motes of light that are collecting in the air. And looking down, you see that there is another fountain, and this chamber opens up into a larger room. There are several ancient shelves. And it is not correct to say that these are bookshelves, because what is stored on these shelves are not books, but tablets of stone and ancient scrolls made of vellum and leather. There's not a single book that is here. In the midst of the fountain down here, there are more statues of the winged cats and a obelisk as well that has an orb of delirium fixed in its center. As you continue down the stairs, your steps echoing out, reverberating through, you see that there is a figure shuffling about in the room. You notice that the shelves, many of them have the skulls of various animals, birds, dogs, humans, interspersed between the scrolls and tablets. And as you draw closer, the figure is skeletal, wearing tattered robes, not a single bit of skin hanging onto the bones. The figure has 3 heads. One of the central head in the middle is a human skull, but the others are the skulls of cats.
Wow. I continue down the stairs, and I call out to this creature in this room. I say, I have been sent here. This is where I am supposed to be, and I have found you.
The voice echoes back as the jaws of the skulls on the skeletal figure begin to open with a yawning creak. The centuries or millennia since it last spoke. One of the skulls says, "Come forward, seeker!" And the other skull interspersingly says, "Yes, seeker, seeker! Come, seeker, forward!" And the other skull says, "Yes, seeker, please, come, learn!"
And I continue down the stairs until I am on the ground floor, and I walk right up to this skeletal creature.
It regards you.
And I sort
Points
of,
of
I
light.
try to give off like a very like open. I'm very open to the to the knowledge.
Why have you come? Yes, why? Why?
I seek the heirloom. Others want it, but I want it more. They are not worthy. Not like I am.
You don't even know. You don't know what it is. You don't know what you're looking for, Seeker.
I know when I see it. And I know that you have it. And I am ready. The one I call Bruce. You might know him by other names. He has drawn me here. Everything has led me to this moment. And now I stand before you, ready. Because I cannot go back.
One of the voices, go back, go back, go back. Ready, ready? You are not ready. Ready? No, you are not ready.
I want to cast a spell. And let me know if this can work. I want to cast the dream version of Bruce that I learned. Summoning the large,
Okay.
like, lioness cat. And so I want to gesture to my side and attempt to summon Bruce in his large cat form.
As you invoke the spell, you feel the magic, but Bruce does not come. And the being before you says, all around you, all around you, all around you it is. This is Bruce's place. You do not call the master here.
I want to take in the room again. Are there any depictions of Bruce that I can see on the, like, anything that sort of starts to resemble?
As you step around the room, you see more of the murals and again the carvings. And the friend, the creature says to you, Seeker, do you see? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you know? Do you know?
Tell me.
Why did you call to the great cat? Why did you seek him? Why? Why did you call out for the Cheshire Cat? Why did you call out for Bobastus? Why did you call out for Bruce? Why did you call by the one that goes by many names? Why did you call for the thing with the writhing tail?
I did it because I wish to be powerful. And he gave me that power. He fulfilled my wish. And I will always serve him. And so I continue to serve him. I am here for power.
You are weak.
I have destroyed So many in the name of Bruce. I have fed him. I will continue to feed him.
Yes, but you did not at first, did you?
I did not know. He is... His ways are riddles.
This has been the way. The way, the way. It has been the way. The thing with the writhing tail finds the little ones. The ones who want. The ones who lack. You sought and found. Do you understand? If you do not understand, you will never find what you are looking for. Do you know what the thing with the writhing tail is?
No.
Then you are not ready. Leave.
I do not need to know to be ready.
Did you not come to know, to learn?
Yes.
Then learn, then know, then see.
I begin to go around the room, and I'm gonna start looking for these tablets and leather scrolls. I want to know more about. I seek the knowledge. I believe I am here. So I begin to start to grab different scrolls and begin to read them. Different tablets. I begin to gain as much.
Okay.
I look for any signs of the thing with the wriggling tail.
Yes.
For Bruce.
Yes. Read. Learn. Yes. Know. And as you begin, the creature with you, as you finish reading one tablet, it passes you another. Each of these stories that you read on these tablets, the language, it's a language that by all rights you should not know. Ancient human languages, ancient human writing. In many cases it is more pictographic than writing, but the story is the same each time. It is a young child. The story begins. The young child is lost, distant maybe from their parents, but touched in some way by a force that they cannot know or understand, desperate for something still. And time again you see it throughout these stories, that one day the cat comes and everything changed. And as you read these stories, there's an echo of familiarity to the story, isn't there?
I absolutely resonate with this character.
Tell us, what is the story?
It is I banished to my quarters again for not knowing and not being able to complete my studies, to understand what is trying to be taught to me. I'm young, but I'm old enough that I should know. I should know how this magic works. I'm with the academy. My parents are, their concern turns to disappointment, and their disappointment turns to anger as they realize more and more that I cannot do what I am supposed to do. I'm surrounded by those with the gift, and I have nothing. I retreat. I isolate. I become panicked and enraged. I'm angry. I'm lonely. And I'm completely disconnected. But then, one day, just like any other day, I meet a strange cat. I've met cats. I've seen cats. But this cat, there's like a hum. There's an electricity. Something is drawing me to it. And then it begins to speak. But not through its mouth. But I can hear it in my mind. It tells me to do things for it. Simple. Maybe just to test my loyalty. And then it begins to show me. And suddenly, things start to make sense. The readings, the scripts, the magic starts to flow through me. And it only started when I met this cat. This cat gave me everything. This cat gave me my belonging, my purpose. It let me become who I was supposed to be. People could scoff at it as I pledged my loyalty to it openly amongst my peers. Even if I continued to be an outcast, it didn't matter because I was now one of them. But I wasn't just going to be one of them. I was going to be more powerful than them. Because Bruce was special. He showed me things. It was a fast track. And now I sit in like the pillar of creation. I can feel it. I can feel the resonation, like that same feeling I felt when I was first met with Bruce. And I will consume, like he does, all of this knowledge. For it will take me to places that no one could have thought I could have been. And I will not be small anymore. I will be big. And I will be terrible. And I will choose who will be my friends and who will be my foes. They will not choose for me.
As you drink in all of this knowledge and all of these stories, we go back to our sleeping friends.
Oh.
Well, I feel well rested.
Yeah.
I walk over to Rath's sleeping bag and I nudge him. I'm like, wake up, you're sleeping in. That felt like a pillow.
Rath is light. I don't know.
Yeah,
Him again.
I jostle, I lift the sleeping, the mat, the blanket up. Oh dear. Rath has gone in the night.
Gone?
Anybody see Rath leave? Anybody?
The Erd says, I slept through the night. Haven't slept in days. Dr. Catton's like a log. We haven't slept at all through all this, you know.
Well,
Where's your friend gone?
I start looking around the room and my eyes fall to the cat mouth. And I'm like, I see.
What do you mean, aw?
The last thing Rath said is that he was going to go through the cat mouth. And we fell asleep and now he's gone. Logically, he's gone through the cat mouth.
You would have woken us up if you was planning on doing that.
No, he wouldn't. Rath barely pays attention to us when we're traveling with him. He's dove off of boats because he's curious about monsters in the water. He's gotten his hand almost entirely cut off by sticking it through a portal.
Yeah, but he didn't do that this time. He learned. He used the broom first. He showed us.
Rath never learns. Okay. If he didn't go through this portal, then where else would he have gone? I think we need to go through the cat mouth, and I start walking.
Are you sure about that?
I grab you and I throw you back. I say, Mom! What do you think you're doing?
We need to go after him.
Okay, let's exhaust all our options, Mr. Investigator, first. Was
There-
Johnny a rule about this or something?
My friend has gone missing in the night. I'm concerned.
I can see that. You're willing to jump in and have yourself gone.
I mean,
Do you even understand what that is?
No, but if Rath can do it, then so can I.
Rath has magical abilities. You got nothing.
I can turn into a tiny dragon thanks to my cloak. No, you're right. You're right. I start looking around at the ground for footprints.
I mean, it is hewn stone, but give me an investigation check.
That's going to be 26.
Looking around, you can see that Rath was clearly sitting in front of this cat door for a very long time, but he got up and left the room.
Rule number 51, do not tinker with things beyond your comprehension. I'm sorry, Rudy. I got excited. I was concerned that Rath had gone in there and that we needed to go after him. He seems to have left the room. Maybe he went to the washroom.
Haven't you learned yet that you are very valuable to our whole mission across, because you're the future king. If you need to do something reckless, at least let me do it first to test it out and make sure it's not too reckless. All right?
Rule number 52, confidence is key. I was approaching the situation with much confidence.
Too much confidence.
Maybe. Well, shall we see where he went?
Let's follow where he went. See if Bruce went with him or something.
I head back out to the cabin looking for Bruce or Rath.
As you head back up to the surface, you can see that the fountain is open with a staircase leading downwards. Bruce is perched on the archway, sleeping.
So you wouldn't leave without Bruce?
I walk up to the archway, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I look up to sleeping Bruce, and I... Bruce!
The cat looks down at you scornfully.
Where did Rath go? Is he down there?
The cat looks... Does that... You know how the cat like slightly turns their neck? Looks... And then lays back down again.
Did it look towards the stairs?
Yes.
Thanks, Bruce. I'm going to throw him like a little piece of food up to the... Thank you.
Good.
And Rudy, I think we're going down.
I'll go first, just in case.
All right.
All right. I'll walk down the stairs.
Okay. You head down the stairs. Rath. It is impossible to say how many hours you felt pass reading these stories that speak only of those who came through the way that you did, and periodically, of all these young ones, of all these who lived their lives, only a few were given the chance to learn the secret lore known only to cats on the secretive slopes of Uthnargai. The lore and mysteries of Ulthar, where no man may kill a cat, that ancient city in the shadow of Mount Hathig Kla, beyond the river Ska. There are the cats of Ulthar, the ancient and mortal enemies of the Zoogs, the friends of Randolph Carter, all multitudinous, and yet one. The thing with the wriggling tail. This place, this temple, holds a great power that could be yours if you will brave it.
I begin to inspect the space again because I believe there are doors.
Yes, there are 2 doors leading off this chamber.
Are they similar?
No, they are different in their appearance. One depicts a strange scene, and as you look upon it, you see a story. There are the question mark tail, the thing with the wriggling tail, and it is hunting rats. As you look at that, the keeper comes to you and says, "Yes, the humans. Keep the cats, because the cats catch the rats. The cat is given all it wants, all it needs, because it keeps its humans. There is a reason, a truth. Does the human keep the cat? Or does the cat keep the human? Why?"
They are one. I am the cat and the human.
The keeper seems amused by this answer. You have much to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna check out the other door.
Okay. The other door shows the cat in the company of multitudinous other entities, other chthonic creatures of strange and otherworldly form. Some its enemies, some not friends, but simply tolerated. And as you regard, the keeper says, Yes, the cat is cryptic and close to strange things which mortals cannot see. And it is then that you hear the footsteps from above.
Bruce?
Rath?
Bruce?
Rath, you down there?
Where's Bruce?
Bruce is up, lounging around where you left him.
Don't worry, I fed him.
You could not feed him enough.
Okay, you're welcome.
I have found it.
Oh, there's a skeleton man here.
Should we kill it? Is it bad?
You leave him alone.
Take up my axe.
We must traverse this place.
Hello, skeleton person.
Are you
This is
sure?
the keeper.
All right, making friends. I like that. Rath, can you please tell me what's going on? I almost went into a oblivion portal.
Yeah, that's definitely... I've realized it's a bad idea.
You could have left a note. I thought you went in. I was ready to go after you. Rudy had to talk me out of it.
I appreciate that. But no, that is not where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah,
This is where I'm supposed to be. And I must head through one of these doors.
Rath, we just fought I don't even know what we fought.
a lot of
But
cats.
we're unearthing something that's been not around for what I can only assume is hundreds, maybe thousands of years. And you want to go running through here?
I have to. If we want to find what we're here for, it is here. We are in front of it. We must be brave to go through. I will go through. You can choose to come with me, but I will not fault you if you do not, for this is my journey.
Word, we're gonna unearth something else that's not meant to be. You know, it looks like this place is buried for a reason.
Where are we? There's cat statues everywhere. There's depictions of humans and cats, and the cats are all dancing and... Rath, if this is important, if you think we're in the right direction, then I will help you. But we need to be careful. We don't want to go bringing anything about that could cause more problems.
Where are the others?
They're upstairs, resting. But we needed to come find you. What's happening? Can you tell me you need to go through a door?
One of these doors. If we wish to leave with what we need, we must complete this trial.
Trial.
What trial?
It is a test.
Wilhelm, as you look around the chamber, give me a history check.
That's going to be 17.
As you came down, you saw that old mural
Right.
of the winter. And it made you think of... It's a bit of a legend. But there's an old story
Yes.
that goes that a long, long, long time ago, there was a great winter. And humanity only survived because in that dark cold, they called out for help.
Yeah.
And something answered and gave them magic. And that was how humans survived. There's one detail of that story, because there's many versions of it, that after that magic came, that the beings that gave it fell silent. But there's one detail that every story tells, every version of this tale. Who gave the magic? Why? Some say it was the old gods. Some say it was something far more terrible. Some say it were demons. Some say it was who knows what. But the one common thing that every version of that story tells is that humanity's debt was never paid in full.
Rath, the mural on the way down here, did you recognize it at all?
No.
In the castle I grew up in, we had a vast library, the hunting lodge, also hundreds of books. As a young boy, I read as many of them as I could, traveled around with my father, learned as many stories. There's stories of the first warlocks, the first humans to gain magical powers. It's never really been proven. The dwarves talk about it quite highly, but the dwarves speak of the time of their reign over the surface world and then the great winter that caused them to burrow underground. During that winter, the dwarves descended. Humans were left on the surface to their own devices. The dwarves assumed that they would all die out because of the forever winter. But the humans didn't die out. They called out into the void for something. And in every story, something answered. A debt was owed to that something. The mural on the way down here depicts that winter, depicts humans suffering and reaching out to something. And in this depiction, that something is a cat. And the debt was never repaid. I don't know what that means, but it seems that where we are now is under the belief, and I won't... There's so many versions of this story that it's hard to say what's true, but you have a cat that talks to you and has given you magic powers. There's credit to be given there. There's weight to that. You gained magic powers from an entity.
Mm-hmm.
And something needs to be paid. And it's brought you here. That's just what I know from my history books. I don't have any answers, but I've heard the story.
I owe Bruce everything. And if there is a debt to be paid, I will pay it. As I believe all will.
And that's where we'll end for the night.
Ah! Ah!
A little early, but I felt that was the right moment.
That was great.
That's good.
Oh no. What if I got myself? I love it. I love it.
A big thank you, as always, to our amazing players, Jill, Kelly, and Joe, for playing tonight.
And a huge thank you to Kyle for all the work that he does behind the scenes. He's a really cool cat. And a huge thank you to our Dungeon Master, Monty Martin, for running the game tonight. It wasn't too bad of a catastrophe tonight.
Let it sit. Let it sit for a second. In our game tonight, we use a variety of incredible assets produced by talented artists. They've graciously given us permission to use them. In our tabletop games, we encourage you to go out and support some of these amazing creators. Dwarven Forge, with our setups, our miniatures by Hero Forge and WizKids, player character artwork by Elizabeth Perot, and music by Tabletop Audio.
We have an amazing community of Patreon supporters that makes the work that we do here on YouTube, Twitch, and elsewhere possible. If you enjoy what we do, please consider joining our Patreon community by following the links in the description below, patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
Of course, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store. You can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes merch. Take a look at bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch.
We also have a Discord community exclusive for our patrons, so if you're joining us on Patreon, make sure to jump onto Discord, chat with us about all things D&D and Drakkenheim and TTRPG, or whatever else you want. And also you can join us for our monthly writers' rooms and Q&As on there as well.
Got new videos dropping all the time on YouTube as well, youtube.com/dungeondudes.
Be sure to join us next Tuesday when we broadcast the campaign on Twitch. You can check us out from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. You can also watch the video episodes of the show on YouTube or check us out as an audio-only podcast as well.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time in Drakkenheim.